New York, love it and hate it here. But if I can make it anywhere.
Welcome back, and welcome to those that are new here. Welcome to Get Into It with Amina. I'm your host, Amina Hextall, and let's get into it. So take a good look at the cards and the crystals and see what you're feeling intuitively while I explain to you what this reading is about. So today's supposed to be a pretty quick. I didn't know if it was a quickie or a fun read. My quickies don't usually have pals this in depth. They're usually like pick a number from 1 to 3 or 1 to 4, whatever. So this is probably a fun read, but I don't want to put it in the fun category because it's a crystal energy reading. So this is not just for fun. This is information that can really help you. So we'll see where this ends up. Anyway, crystals connect you to the love and power that resides in our planet and allowing it to elevate your vibration and it allows it to elevate your vibration in a specific way. So today you're going to discover which crystals you should be using to do specific things, as well as get a little advice in that area of your life too. So you could consider this crystal therapy. You're going to be getting your therapy from the crystals. Okay. So we have 4 pals, and you can choose your pal by the crystal or by the picture of the top card. So the first pal is Amazonite. And this card, if you feel drawn to these cards, or this crystal, then your crystal energy reading is in pile 1. I'm going to put it underneath. Pile number 2, we have this labradorite crystal. And this card. So if you're drawn to this crystal and this card, then your crystal energy reading is in pile 2. Pile 3 is this opalite crystal. And this picture. So if you feel drawn to this or this crystal, then your crystal energy reading is in pile 3. Lastly, pile 4, we have orange calcite. And this card. So if you're drawn to this card or the orange calcite, then your reading is in pile 4. Taking a deep breath through your mouth. Exhale. And whichever number or crystal or card is in your heart, that is where your reading is. And I'll be right back with pile number 1. Hey, pile 1. Okay. So this card here is from the Heart and Soul Oracle deck. And this is your advice card. Just your advice moving forward through. Well, I'm doing this on a weekend. So I would say for the weekend, but this is for whenever you see it. So I would say the next 3 to 4 days would be what this advice is for. I'm going to put that there as I read that last. And you were drawn to the crystal Amazonite. Amazonite, if you were drawn to this crystal, first of all, you might want to get some. Amazonite is very powerful when it comes to connecting the Mama Earth, when it comes to opening up that heart chakra, It gives a sense of safety. It gives a sense of feeling very grounded. And perhaps what you need at this time is a reconnect to nature, a reconnect to feeling free, and travel, like foreign travel. If you're thinking about any of those things or whatever, this crystal is coming through as a boost in those areas of your life. So let's get right into your read. Which crystal will help you best when it comes to networking and business? So we have the crystals here. You have garnet, ignite your passion. So getting the crystal garnet will assist you in really connecting to what is calling or what is fueling the fire in your soul. It will help you really hone in on what it is you love to do. And black kyanite, set strong boundaries. So getting black kyanite will assist you in networking and business because it will help you to create boundaries where people won't try to demote your value, sell you short, dim your shine, steal your ideas, or anything like that. So these two crystals will help you most at this time in your life with networking and business. All right, and I'm going to pull a card. These cards were actually supposed to be in each pile, but I forgot. There's only like one in each pile, but it was supposed to be one for each question, just to give you an idea of where you are in that subject. So the subject is networking and business. My pile one says pull a card. Enchanted Fern Grotto, Refuge. I feel like you have an idea that's going to really bring you out, almost, I don't want to say out of the dark and into the light, but like maybe you've been doing things and it's been being done behind the scenes, or maybe you're only online, but I feel like something you're coming up with is going to bring you out of the jungles and into the mainstream. That's what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm hoping I have enough room to put everything out at one time. Just make sure you make a note, garnet and black kyanite, because I have to cover it with refuge. Okay. So when it comes to friendship or bond building, what crystal will help you with that? Lemurian quartz. A lot of the friendships you'll be making in the next few days, or maybe that are in your energy at this time that you consider to be close bonds, are based off of star ancestry. When I think of Lemuria, I think of a peaceful, loving, unconditional, completely connected to source, like energy. Okay. And I feel like your friendships are going to really depend on a harmonious, peaceful flow. I see a key here, and it's in the top. It just makes me feel like when it comes to your friendships and bonds, a lot of them will be because it's a few keys and keyholes. It just feels like you will have the answer to a lot of their issues and problems, and they'll start to see you as that. Maybe in your friendship circle, you're the advisor, you're the nurturer. You're the one who people look to, like she'll have the answer or he'll have the answer. They'll know what to do. Let's see what else we got for friendships and bonds. For my pal ones, air spirit, knowledge. So yeah, I feel like this makes me think of like Ace of Swords, and it makes me think of just traveling and knowing so much, but knowing things that are above and beyond the earthly ideas of things. And I feel like you will form bonds and friendships with people who have higher knowledge. And that's what's happening now. If you feel like you're not getting enough time to see certain friends, or you feel like certain friendships are fading, it's because you're in an energy now where you're only going to be drawn to or drawn in to those who share a common knowledge, those who are elevating themselves. Yeah. Okay, what else we got for you? Oh, I'm sure you want to know these crystals. What crystals will help you the most with attracting in money? Now, these are going to help you with, business and networking and growing your business. This crystal that I will tell you about now is the crystal that will, if you ain't doing a damn thing, you just got it in your pocket or you're wearing it, it will change your vibration to one of abundance. So I have the Two of Swords. They're going to give you a little advice, it seems, about your money too. You have the Lovers. And Five of Pentacles. Okay. I keep feeling citrine amethyst. So you might want to juggle between those two crystals when it comes to carrying a crystal for money. But the advice they're giving you here is that there's a choice you need to make when it comes to your finances. A choice between two things you really, really, really love. And I think there's a fear that by making a certain choice, either you're going to be alone and lonely and left behind, and left out of something that you were once, I didn't mean to hit that. That were once, something you were once a part of. You'll feel like you're on the outside of, for some of you. So it could be a career thing for some of you, making a choice between two things you love to do. One that you just don't fit. You just aren't there anymore. Maybe it's something you did for a long time and you love it, but it's not nourishing you. You don't feel like you're a part of that circle or community or a career path anymore. So that's why there's a choice to be made. Now, for others of you, you may be investing a lot of money into something you love. And maybe you're afraid to make a choice because it will end up leaving someone or some people behind, or with nothing. Take what resonates. Let me see what else. I'll pull one card for you guys when it comes to your money attracting. Standing Stones. Passage. So it does feel like you are embarking on something. Let me go to the book for this one. I want to better understand where it fits into this reading. Let me move this over here. Standing Stones Passage. Okay. As you walk, you come across large vertical stones. Okay, that's described in the card. There's a sacred journey ahead. Deeper meaning is waiting to be discovered. You are safe. A voyage of the heart and soul is ahead. This journey may be spiritual or physical in nature. In either case, it's a kind of sacred pilgrimage. So you need to have courage. Okay? So there's something you're afraid to go towards. They're saying a great ship can stay safe in a harbor, but that's not what great ships are made for. Be willing to unfurl your sails and set forth to the open seas. The seas might be rough and the wind is strong, but you are safe and protected. The circle of stones takes you exactly where you need to go. So, when it comes to your finances, there's something you're afraid of going towards, and you're being encouraged to go towards it, some of you. So when it comes down to a choice, you need to choose the path that brings the most fear. That's the one that'll bring you the most financial abundance. The path that brings the most fear. And I'm almost feeling that same vibe when it comes to things or people you love. Whatever feels safe is you settling. Okay? That's just a mental note to yourself. Whatever feels like an exciting or something that causes anxiety, like, oh my God, am I going to be able to do this? Can I manifest it? Can I make it happen? That's what you need to be doing. It's the challenges in life that make you stronger. As long as it's not a challenge that's like toxic. Y'all know the difference, you know. So let's get to the crystals that will help you with family and home protection. So you have self-mastery, topaz crystal, and the energy of the spider. There's something about your family that is like, it makes me think of things that will weave together. So maybe you have a family that's not all necessarily blood related. It just makes me feel like weaving together things that belong together. Yeah. I do feel like you're kind of self-made. With self-mastery, it makes me feel like you taught yourself a lot of things. There weren't many things that your family, your blood family, I don't want to say that they brought into your life, not your life, but when it comes to your spiritual growth and your self-growth, it feels like you went on your own journey and you were able to grow in a certain way, master some aspects of yourself. Topaz will help you when it comes to family and home. You also have unconditional love. Wow. Mother Mary coming through. And the diamond. Jeez. So if you have any diamonds in your home, or if you wear one, it's a great protection. But your family is coming through as being very protected by Mother Mary. What you bring to your family and home is an energy of unconditional love. So you blame nobody for any aspect of your life. You are very much focused on the fact that you are a co-creator, that you create and manifest. And therefore, there's an unconditional love in your family. Like, even if people have rifts, it feels like they don't last, or they will come back together. Let me get you a card for your family. Wolf Spirit. Oh shit. Family. Yo. My guides are so powerful. I am so powerful. Yeah, they're telling me, affirm, you are gifted. Wow. To get family, I didn't even know this card existed in this deck, honestly. But Wolf Spirit, family, you always feel a connection to family. In fact, you feel very much responsible for your family in some way, shape, or form, my pal ones. You seem to be like the leader or the one everybody looks to or follows. Yeah. All right, let's see what else you got. This was supposed to be a quickie, but I guess this is not going to be one of my quickies. I'm just going to put it down as a steam session, because a sit with me session, because you're really getting some counseling here from the crystals, which I think are led by Gaia, Goddess Gaia energy of the earth. So we have love and romance. Which crystal will help you the most when it comes to attracting in love and romance? Melt into divine desire. Pile 1, your reading is so synchronized. Wow. And the crystal is lava stone. Goddess Pele, which is the goddess of volcanoes, and well, in certain beliefs, and lava stone. Wow. The lava stone in the middle of that like volcano looking opening makes me think of a third eye. So I do feel like when it comes to your love life, listen to your intuition. Your intuition is your guide when it comes to your love life. Now I want to read a little bit more about this card. We bring you the gift. Then this is the wrong page. Sorry. When I started to read it, I was like, wait a minute. Okay, here we go. I was in the wrong section. Oh my God, why do I keep seeing the number 40 in my head? And it's card 54. There's something with 4, the number 4 for you, maybe. Maybe in 4 days, 4 hours. April, maybe that's your birth date, or someone significant that you love. Maybe in 4 months you'll see the person. Maybe in 4 weeks you're going to see this person. I don't know. Something with 4. So keep that in mind. Okay. We finally got it. So, we bring you the empowerment of melting into divine desire. There's a time and a place on the spiritual path for detachment. The ability to step back and perceive from a neutral perspective can bring great clarity. There's a time for the mind to become clear and peaceful and open to divine guidance, even if that means temporary loss for greater long-term gain. That's what this made me feel like. There is also a time to melt into divine desire, to allow your passion to motivate and inspire you to attain great progress on your divine life journey, where less fervent longing could not. Desire doesn't have to be a distraction from your divine path. It could be a way you discover what has meaning for you and what you feel strongly enough about to never give up on. Wow. So I feel like lava stone, which I actually have natural lava stone literally from a volcano in on Goree Island, well, under the ocean. So that's good to know. Lava stone will help you to go after your desires. You know, move towards your desires. Don't feel like your desires are things that get in the way of your goals. They actually are what defines your goals. Your desires help you to find out what it is you could believe in more than fear or doubt. I like that. Searching for your true soul desires helps you find what it is you can believe in more than fear or doubt. So maybe there's a relationship you're a little worried it's just not going to manifest. That's what I'm feeling now. You need to just let go and melt into this divine desire. Just let yourself go and totally give yourself permission to discover and honor your divine desire. And the energy of Pele is going to keep reaching for you because that's that fire, that's that intensity, that's that empowering energy to let your desire move you. Don't shut off your feelings either is another thing I'm hearing. For some of you, maybe you've given up a little bit on love. Maybe you're so guarded, you're shutting down your heart chakra, which is probably why you were attracted to the Amazonite. Don't be too analytical. You don't need a reason for everything before you do it. Just get on the journey. Go after what you want. Okay? It's only a matter of divine timing before you actually are in the receiving end of getting what you want. And the card that was drawn for you when it came to this topic, this is the only one card I put in each deck, was for love and romance. You have Moonlight, Enchantment, Magic. So whatever you're fearing, put it aside. There's some kind of magic working for you when it comes to love and romance. Just trust and believe. And that's another wolf there. It feels like whoever you are yearning for is yearning for you. So they're howling up at the moon and they're alone, but then here it looks like someone is listening and coming. It almost feels like someone is disconnected from what is meant to be their family, and they're crying out for it. And I think this cry out is internal, and it is being heard by the guides. So for some of you who may have someone already or someone in mind or a long distance person, believe that you will come together. Believe. I feel like by the next full moon, something magical will happen in your life when it comes to love and romance. The next one I believe is June 4th. But yeah, there's something about it. Look, the 4th. Maybe that's why 4 kept coming up. June 4th is going to be monumental for you when it comes to your love and romantic life. Wow. Okay. Oh, my pal ones. Okay, and last but not least, what crystal will help you with increasing your energy and which one with healing on a physical tip? So you have, for healing energy, black tourmaline will help you increase your energy and heal it. I actually have some black tourmaline, not next to me, on my table, but I'm scared to move it because there's crystals all around it and it might fall. But you can also use black tourmaline for treating motion sickness and nausea. All right. It aids in issues of the feet, ankles, legs, and lower back. Emotionally, it can help cleanse negative energy and negate fears and anxieties. It's also been used as a shamanic stone, and it's said to be ideal for empaths and others who absorb energy easily. Very interesting. So we have black tourmaline. And physical energy boost, you have, not energy healing, you have emerald. Emerald is seen as the stone of truth. Emerald is a popular healing stone. It's used for the healing of eyesight as well as aiding women in transitioning into menopause. It is said to protect from nightmares when placed by the bed as well as prevent psychic attacks. Those wishing to recall a past life have turned to emerald for its helpful energy. I had no idea that emerald helps with eyesight and transitioning into menopause. So apparently, my pal oneers, you needed to know that. All right, I didn't read what black tourmaline is known as the scroll stone. Okay. And that's what I got for you, your crystal reading today, my pal ones. Actually, I'm going to pull a card for you just to do a check on energy and healing. How are you doing physically? Or what do you need to know? Bluebird spirit, happiness. So you're doing pretty good. Maybe you have a workout plan going on. Maybe you've been dancing. Maybe you've been doing things that make you happy. Maybe you've been cutting down on eating certain foods. I just feel like you've been really focused on joy and happiness and new beginnings. It just makes me think of springtime and robin birds and new beginnings and just a joy. So right now, when it comes to energy, physically and healing physically, you're doing great. Keep up the good work. And that's what I have for you today, my pal ones, except for your advice card. Almost forgot your advice. So moving forward, what do you need to know? Next 3 to 4 days, we have, do not give in to fear and doubt. Courage is called for now. What did I literally tell y'all? Face your fear. Whatever it is that makes you afraid is what you are supposed to be doing. It's a growth initiation. Look at things objectively. You are safe and all is well. Fill your fear with love. Beyond fear, love is guiding you, urging you to break free. You will succeed. Ashe, amen, amen to that. And on that note, my power ones, thank you for this amazing energy that you've lent me today to tap in to your guides and your vibration and bring you this elevating message that I hope carries you forward for quite some time. These crystals will be relevant for you. Really, I was doing it for the time that you're in now. What do you need right now? And there's your answer. Please give me a thumbs up if this resonates. Remember to subscribe to the channel. Check out the description. It will tell you other ways to vibe and other things I'm offering, as well as how to get a personal reading with me while I'm still doing them, because I'm starting to think about stopping. I was going to make an announcement about that soon, but Power One, you heard it here first. So if you're interested in that, you might want to do that, because I think I'm going to close it down to only past clients and not take on any more new ones so I don't get overwhelmed. So jump on that now. Anyway, love you guys. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I'll be back with Pal 2. Bye. Hey, Pal 2. So you were drawn to this card, which is your advice card. So we read this last. And Labradorite. Labradorite is a great crystal for protection. So perhaps there are things you're doing, places you're going, people you're seeing that will require you to get a crystal or your vibration, a call on a crystal that could protect you and make you feel safe. Labradorite is also amazing in that it looks gray, it looks black, but in certain light you can see golden flecks. So I do feel like you're like someone who people don't see, but like maybe you're not what you seem type of vibe is what I'm getting from you. Maybe you seem one way, but then when there's another look taken, or when people get to know you, they're like, oh, so-and-so is not like that, they're like this. So it's just some stuff that came to me. Let's get into your reading. So first, which crystals will help you best with networking and business? Smoky quartz. Let it go. Dang. Yes, you have to know how to let certain things go that are sitting in your vibration and maybe are bothering you that have to do with networking and business. And smoky quartz will give you the ability to accept certain things as they are and just let it go, not let certain things just stay in your vibration. And rhodochrosite, remember your worth. So perhaps you tend to get into business or networking situations and people undervalue you because you allow it. These two crystals will allow you to let go of your fears, to let go of any past experiences in business and networking, so that you can truly ask for and receive what you deserve. So let's see what's going on with your networking business. Oh, that was quick. All right, you got Daffodil Fairy. New beginnings are coming in for you when it comes to networking and business. So let go of the old, let go of the past, let go of situations that did not serve you well, and remember your worth and move forward. All right. So what crystal will help you when it comes to friendships and bonding? Lapis lazuli. Ah, a very crystal that's sitting right where the card's gonna go. Well, let me show it to you first. Lapis lazuli. Your intuition. First of all, I feel like you intuitively feel people. you're kind of already like, I don't think me and that person's going to get along, or I can feel me and this person may get along. So I do feel like lapis lazuli, which is great for enhancing your mind, not mental, I'm sorry, your intuition, your third eye. I think that it will help you to really see, because I don't think you've trusted your judgment of character. So lapis lazuli is coming through to assist you with listening to what you feel. It will also help you to draw in those intuitively that match your vibration. What else you need to know about your friendships and bond building? Reflecting pool, stillness. You're going through some kind of change, my pal twos. I guess that's why you're having new beginnings with business and work. There's a stillness when it comes to friendships. You're reflecting. You're looking back at friendships. You're looking back to see how have they evolved with you. You're looking back at friendships to also see where you were a good friend, and where you dealt with people who were not good friends. It's like you are coming out of a period where you did not want to be social. So right now you're in that moment stillness. Right now, and she's looking at her reflection. It's a swan. So she is becoming something very beautiful. But to do so, she has to pull her energy back and go within. And that's what I feel is happening for you right now when it comes to friendships and bond building. All right. Money attracting. What crystals will help you to attract money? King of Pentacles coming through. Perhaps you don't need no help. The Sun. Jeez. You might be good on money. If you ain't yet, then you will be. And the Page of Pentacles. Oh shit, yeah. When it comes to your money, it seems to be more elemental than material. More elemental than a crystal. They're showing me. They're making me feel like you really just need to be in nature. Trees, flowers, trees. It makes me feel like nature is a boost for you when it comes to attracting money. Maybe you go into a state of receiving and you don't realize it. Your mind is completely open and free and relaxed. And there's something that's changing with these butterflies here. And there's a baby here with money. It's like you're giving birth to something that's going to make you very happy, that's going to bring you a lot of loyal followers, that's going to create a huge change in this world. And many, many, many money offers coming in. It may also be something you do in the arts with her here with the music. That's just for some of you. But there is offers for money coming in at this time. So they're not really showing me a crystal. Like when I look at this, it's saying to me wand. So I don't know if you've ever seen a crystal wand, but maybe a crystal wand, my pal twos, will help you attract money. It doesn't have to be this long, but there are some that can be made short with a crystal at the tip. Look on Etsy. You'll find a whole lot of them, or just Google. But that will help you in attracting money. What else we got for you? What's your vibe with this money attracting? Okay. Why did all of that fall? Well, this is sticking out, so I will take... No, we're going to reshuffle because all the cards are fighting. All right, my pal twos. Maybe you need a full read because cards are acting crazy. Maybe they want to give you some advice when it comes to this new beginnings in business and networking. You got another tree. Maple spirit, generosity. So your money's looking pretty good. If not, it will be soon. People will be generous with you and spend and give towards whatever it is you're doing or your vision. Or for some of you, your generosity is going to bring in a lot of money. Okay, so something is growing. Yeah, when it comes to your money, something's definitely growing. All right, Patus, what crystals will help protect home and family? Wow. You have the Hathor. But it says the season of summer, truth and integrity, and the crystal turquoise. But that symbol there is Hathor, which is like a goddess of love and beauty in ancient Egypt. I feel like the crystal turquoise, and this summer may be very important for you. Visit family, go back home. Maybe you don't live where you're originally from, but you are being guided in that direction. There's some kind of truth or something that you need to learn about your family that you're going to find out this summer that may really, really help you in some way with understanding people or understanding yourself. Your family does have a past lifetime connection in Egypt. I'm feeling that strong. Okay. And I'm seeing images of the flower of life behind it. Just gives me like lifetimes together. And you also have blue barite. I don't know this crystal. For freedom and the symbol of the eagle. So that's another crystal that will help you with family and home, feeling safe and together and united. I do feel like almost similar to Power 1 that either you are someone who rarely sees your blood family. I just feel when I see freedom and rising above, it makes me feel like you are an overseer, like you're looking over your family. You know who they are, you know where they are, you keep your tabs, but you're free. You're doing your thing. Your family does not hold you down, does not tie you down. However, this summer would be a good time to go visit and revisit your roots. There's something you're going to learn there. Okay. And let me get you a card for family. Ancient Oak Spirit. I swear if you don't go sit by a tree, go give a tree a hug, my Patus. It's another tree. Strength. You have the maple tree. You have the oak tree. You have whatever tree he's sitting in front of here. You got whatever tree she's sitting in. You got this, what looks like a cherry blossom tree behind her. Like trees, forests behind your new beginnings. There's something, you got trees in the card you chose. My Patus, is something very medicinal with trees for you. Either you were one in a past life or you have a strong connection to them. They're healing for you. Get out into nature, hug a tree, sit under a tree. Maybe you have work to do environmentally. Maybe things outdoors with children. Just something with nature with you. Something with nature. And your family's strong. Ancient Oak Spirit. The door is always open is what I'm hearing. You can go, be free, travel, see the world, do whatever you want, but you can always come home. Interesting. I'm going to put these in the middle. I hope that you are getting the information of the crystals before I'm covering them. All right, what crystal is going to help you most when it comes to love and romance? You have Goddess Freya and Amber. I actually have some amber here. One of my favorite crystals. Too bad my bracelet broke, so now it hangs on my little Buddhist statue here. But, all right, it says the Untamed. Kind of love are you involved in calling in a wild and free one, apparently. Okay, so let me go to the book and read you what the message is for that card. We bring you the empowerment of the untamed. To be untamed is to be true to oneself without condition. It is freedom, but it is not always easy. It's freedom, wow. There are many belief systems, some of which are considered to be essential and beyond question to mainstream human society, which would mark an untamed spirit as a dangerous and suspicious creature, even though that untamed spirit serves unconditional love. Yet to be untamed is the only way to discover who you are and live your divine destiny. Behind the clothing, the social mask, and the stories you tell yourself or that others tell you, there is a beautiful, wild, divine creature that wants out. Uncage that divinity and watch your wild beauty emerge as you and your world transform through raw grace. So this is all about being fearless and not being afraid to love. Maybe you've conditioned yourself to believe that you are not deserving, or that you're not lovable, or that there's probably no chance in this lifetime you'll find the one. Like all these little horrible things you're probably telling yourself that are not true, that are also based off of societal conditioning. Okay? This oracle is here to bring you guidance. Don't allow fear-based reality to temper your spirit, tame your heart, or dull your dreams. Okay? So whatever your heart feels, whoever you want to love, they're saying stop controlling or trying to dictate or guide your feelings and allow them to be free. That's the best way to call in the energy of love. And this is your card complementing this energy and giving you a little bit more advice there. It says fire spirit energy. What the hell? Untamed energy. Look at that. Lightning bolts in the hand. Go for what you want. Stop being so rigid and overthinking when it comes to love, and just let it be. All right. So the crystals that will assist you with healing your energy. If you feel low energy, you need a boost. Are you kidding me? Labradorite. It's the freaking crystal you chose. So you're right on point. Okay. Labradorite is the stone of magic. Labradorite is said to be an effective healing stone for those dealing with addiction and dependency. It is also popular for use in strengthening the immune system. Considered a dreamstone, labradorite promotes lucid dreaming, creativity, and deepens insight. It is said to strengthen one's intuition and aid in psychic abilities. Wow, you got more information on the crystal than I gave you in the beginning. Put it right there. And a crystal that will help you with healing physically, aventurine. I actually have some, but it's in the form of a heart. All right, and this is known as the accidental stone. Aventurine is known as a general healing stone and is connected to eyesight and hearing. It is often used to relieve stress and spark one's imagination. Commonly used among psychics to increase their clairvoyance and induce dreams, it can also be used as a fertility charm. All right, and there's your information. So if you want to have kids, if you or whatever, get that aventurine. All right, and that's what I got for you. Let's get to your advice, my pal tubes. So this was your card, and moving forward, Mama Earth wants to tell you, as the seasons of life turn, to remember your life and all your experiences are driven by the invisible wheels of love. Life is an eternal ocean, and death and rebirth are the rising and falling of the same wave. Attached to every ending is a new beginning. And on that note, my pal ones, you might want to check pal one, or maybe you're from pal one and you came here too. Anyway, my pal twos, I'm sending y'all so much love. Remember to give me a thumbs up if this resonated in any way. Join the tribe and subscribe today if you're new here. Check my descriptions. I'd love to bond with y'all further. And it will tell you in the descriptions, up in the description, how you could do that. Peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. I'll be right back with pal 3. Bye. Hey pal 3. So welcome to your reading. You were drawn to this card. This is your card of advice, so I read this last. Pretty card. So you were drawn to this opalite crystal. Opalite's really good when you want to meditate. I do feel like maybe you're being called at this time to find a meditation practice. Also feeling that almost similar to Part 1, you're very self-made, or not self-made, I'm sorry. Not similar to Part 1, the opposite of Part 1 is what I meant to say. Part 1 gave me the energy of self-made, someone who kind of just, did their own thing. Your vibe is different. You make me feel like someone who really came up through community and really has been molded in and became who you are today based off of your community of people around you, maybe your family, has instilled belief systems in you, because opalite is man-made. So it always makes me feel like something that was created. Okay. So it does feel like maybe you were prepared. Maybe your family has always been preparing you for a certain path, or maybe you look to your family for your goals or what you should be doing. Yeah, that's what I'm getting so far with you, with that opalite. So, which crystal will help you best with networking and business? Pink opal. Well, another form of opal. And it says, be kind to yourself. And Lemurian quartz, another pile. I think pile 2 got Lemurian quartz, but not in networking and business. And it says, practice patience. So I feel like you beat yourself up a lot. Maybe you have very high standards that were set for you that you're supposed to reach. And Spirit is saying you gotta be a little nicer to you. Don't beat up on yourself so much. Be patient. Things are moving when it comes to business for you and networking. Things are flowing. But if you don't see it in the 3D, you start to think nothing's happening. You start to beat up on yourself. You start to talk down on yourself. Opportunities will come in. Be patient. That's what I'm hearing for you. Let me get your card. Let's see what's going on with you with networking and business, my pile 3s. Meandering pathway. Flow. Meander was the name of the wizard in Lord of the Rings, I believe, and that would be what I feel like it's a magical pathway. So just go with the flow. Like I said, things are going to be opening up for you. You got pathway. So I want you to just flow, be patient, be kind to yourself. I'm hearing get out of your head so much. Maybe you're overthinking business, or networking kind of makes you feel like, oh God, when you think you got to go network with people. These crystals will help you in those moments. But right now, when it comes to business, just let things flow. All right, what about friendships, bonding, and bond building? You have the Smithsonite. I don't know this crystal, so I have to go to the book. I'm not 100% sure what I'm feeling when it comes to this. Friends and bonds. It does give me, first off, it gives me a feeling of things attaching to you, or people attaching themselves to you. So let me see if this is a good or a bad thing. All right, so it says the essential meaning behind this crystal is rebirth from chaos, evolution, stress relief, emotional boost, clearing up obstacles to grow. So it does make me feel like your friend circle, Smithsonite, will help you to call in those that are meant to help you along any roads that feel rocky. Healing processes, journeys that could be confusing and unsettling, that could make you afraid and want to retreat or run. Yeah, there's a change you're going through right now. Maybe you're a little confused about who is really your friend and who isn't. That's for some of you. As you meditate and you breathe, you'll get more messages, especially using Smithsonite. And you have to be the person that you want to be friends with. Keep that in mind. The people that you want to call in. The people that can weather the inevitable storms and grow stronger with you. That's what you need. Okay? Things will become clear. I feel like you're like unsure. I don't know who to trust. I don't know who, is a true friendship and who is just like attaching themselves to me. And that's what this little thing here made me feel like. But if you get this crystal and you meditate and you breathe, you'll get some clarity as to that. What else you need to know about your friendships? Crystal cave. You gotta trust. Maybe you had a lot of friends or people that were false friends, give you their ass to kiss. But that's not the case right now. Something better's coming in. You've been working on yourself. You've been cultivating light energy. Look at that. And maybe you've been kind of withdrawn in doing so. Now you can trust that those that are drawn to you are coming to you because of the inner work you've done. Okay? You're not going to attract in leeches anymore, even though I feel like you have in the past, my Power 3s. I feel like you've also attracted people who didn't have a self-identity, and you would kind of like try to be you, do the things you're doing, into what you're into. But now you can trust you are calling in a totally different vibration. Okay. Money attracting crystals. So you have the 9 of Pentacles with my animal spirit in the picture. Tigers may be important to you as well. And peacocks. You have the Tower. Did you have some kind of financial windfall? It feels like not windfall, but like downfall. It feels like you were content, you were great, or you are now after something horrible that has happened. Let me see what's the last card. Justice. Okay. So when it comes to your money, something is going to happen that's going to feel chaotic. Might take you out your comfort zone for a minute. Just go with the flow. There's a big shift happening when it comes to your money. It's justice. It's like justice coming in for things you've done that maybe it wasn't even like anything you did expecting a return, but it's like you're going to get this 9 of Pentacles, this contentment, this satisfaction, this happiness, this peace after some kind of chaos, okay? Something has to be, I don't want to say chopped off, but has to be revealed as a sand. Looks like sand just melting from the rain. It makes me feel like the Jimi Hendrix song. You might want to listen to it. Sand castles. Castles made of sand, sorry. And those castles made of sand fall in the sea. Eventually, it's the chorus, part of the chorus. So it has a lot to do. It makes me feel like there's some pie in the sky, something you might have invested in, or something that someone's trying to get you to invest in, and you're going to realize it wasn't what it was showing, and you're going to get your justice. If someone took your money, tried to cheat you out of something, you're going to get your justice. There's just something that's going to feel like a financial distressful moment that is going to be balanced out with you feeling good in the end of it all. And let's see, what else we got for you when it comes to money? Any more clarity? Frog spirit, renewal. Yeah, you're getting a change, a shift, a renewal when it comes to finances. So maybe you had a period of feeling like things were falling apart. That is over when it comes to your money. There's some kind of blessing coming in. Something for it is. I keep hearing justice. Something for work well done. Something for something you've done unconditionally from your heart. Okay, so family and home protection. So you have the crystal green tourmaline. And it says rejuvenation and plants are the symbol for your family. So I do feel like when it comes to family, they're very important to you. When you guys feel low in energy, you rejuvenate by getting around family. Green tourmaline would be very good at helping that rejuvenating energy as well. But I see family reunions being important in your life, and just getting together is how y'all keep your roots strong and stay connected. And rhodonite, reflection, a lot of R's for you guys. Winter is the season that is your symbol. Reflection, 22 and 23. So there's something about your family that y'all do the same things. It feels like leads up to the same thing every year. So maybe in the winter time, you guys are planning and reflecting. Maybe people are alone, not really coming together. And then you come together, rejuvenate. It makes me feel like spring or summer. And yeah, I do feel like your family life is... your family and home is very protected, and that there is a great unity. And this is with blood family I'm feeling for you, Pile 3. Blood family is very important for you. Hummingbird spirit, joy. Yeah. 22 and 22, master manifesting number. Wow. Your family is very, very, very important to you. They help you to manifest happiness and joy and feel rejuvenated when you feel drained from the world. Okay. What crystal will help you the most with love and romance? Goddess Persephone and the crystal ruby. Your card says the inner queen. So even if you're a man looking at this, you can still have an inner queen. We all should have a balance of divine feminine and divine masculine energy. However, this society does teach men to suppress their feminine side and women to suppress their masculine. Hopefully one day that will change. All right. So your card says, we bring you the empowerment of the inner queen. The inner queen exercises authority through divine feminine wisdom. Her empowerment is active within men and women that consciously seek to honor feeling, instinct, and intuition and choose to live their lives according to a moral code of compassion. When the inner queen stirs within, judgment is replaced with empathy for your own suffering and that of others. You can understand that human beings who cannot resolve their suffering will unconsciously act out their pain in the world. They are unconsciously expressing their inner story with their outer actions, the story of their inner pain. The healing power of the inner queen brings inner pain to consciousness, where it can finally be released and the soul freed. This can happen because of her compassion. She does not approach life with a fearful or judging nature, so she can move freely through all realms, witness great pain and darkness, and remain centered in her heart, shining a gentle light of intention for the liberation from suffering for all beings. She reminds us of our innate divine dignity and the healing power of our compassion. She comes as a reminder that you need to have compassion for yourself as well as others. So, this crystal will assist you in that. You will be able to bring your painful experiences to the surface, to let them go. I think in a love relationship, you're meant to heal with someone who is going through similar stuff, and you will heal together, but this will help you to tap into that compassion, all right? And that divine feminine energy you need. So what else we got for you when it comes to love? It says wood nymph, beauty. You're going to be attracting people in, my Pile 3s. You're looking really, 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 really good lately. Handsome, sexy, beautiful, gorgeous, whatever you like to call yourself. You're looking really good. I see you going out with friends and attracting a lot of attention. I feel like no matter who you're with, you're going to stand out at this time. Recognizing beauty all around you is also going to be a great boost for you in tapping into this energy of love. Okay, I'm going to shift these a little bit without disturbing everything. All right, what crystal will help you enhance your energy? If you feel drained, you have apatite. For a minute, I thought it said opalite. I was about to be like, are you kidding? I have apatite, but it's in a crystal orgonite. So I don't feel like getting it right now. But anyway, it's blue. So apatite crystal will help you boost your energy. It's the gateway to subconscious, it says, and its healing properties are: physically, apatite is known for aiding in issues with the bones, teeth, and cartilage. Blue apatite is believed to heal headaches and the symptoms of vertigo. Spiritually, this stone is a popular dream stone and is used to explore the subconscious. Used heavily in past life work, apatite is said to connect you to distant memories. Interesting. And for boosting physical healing, you have agate. And this is known as the balance stone. Agate comes in many colors and variations, each with their own specialties and uses. As a whole, this stone group is known to be calming and relaxing to the body. It is said to be a great balancer and is popular for use in relieving stress and toning down anxious energy. Carry agate on your travels, as it can be a powerful protection stone. Good to know. I travel a lot. Okay. And last but not least, let's get you your advice moving forward. It says, an angel surrounds you with rainbow wings, here to reconnect you with your true nature, the balanced, healthy, sensitive, and loving you. Remember that there is more to life than your achievements. I'm going to say that again. Remember that there is more to life than your achievements. Consciously connecting your spiritual and physical realities will help you reconnect to the sacred, infinite, and creative part of yourself that is yearning to play a greater role in your life. And that's what I have for you, my pal threes. I hope this resonated in some way. This was a great reading. Thank you for being here with me today. Please give me a thumbs up if this resonated. Y'all don't know how much the thumbs ups and the subscribers, really boost the channel. If you enjoy these readings, click to subscribe. It only takes like 1 second. Click the notification button so that you can get notified every time I go live or post upload. And check the description. It'll let you know, how we can link up, workshops and all that good stuff. All right. Speaking of all that good stuff, I'm sending y'all peace, blessings, and abundance of amazing things that come from being a part of my tribe. Later, I'll be back with Pal 4. Hey, Pal 4. If you were drawn to this card, pretty. This is your advice card. I read this last. And you were drawn to orange calcite. I love orange calcite. It is very good for the sacral chakra. So there is a pull for you to be creatively energized. Maybe a lot of creative ideas will be coming to you at this time, and you're going to need the energy to implement them. I hear planning, listing. I keep hearing planning, project planning. So wear some orange. It'll give you a boost of energy, a boost of confidence. But I really feel you're going to find your energy is turning up in the next few days for some things that are going to be coming in that you're going to need this extra energy for. And orange calcite is perfect for that. Why did the cards not want to come apart? Okay, so which crystals will help you best with networking in business? You have shungite. Detox your life. And rhodonite, Find a way to forgive. This crystal came up in pile 3 for family, I believe. I don't remember. So business and networking for you. There's a need for you to release some things from your life first. It feels like Shungite will assist you with cutting out addictions, cutting out toxic people, repetitive patterns or habits that are not good, that may get in the way of business and networking, that may get in the way of your energy being high. I also feel like you might have had some negative experiences when it comes to networking or doing business with other people, and Rhodonite will help you to forgive these situations, to forgive those experiences and those people, so that you can move forward in business. These are your challenges when it comes to business and networking, is there are things in your life that drain your energy, that cause an imbalance, and there are things you're holding on to that may have bothered you when it comes to business and networking with others. I feel like you're an entrepreneur. Maybe you're someone who works on your own, but you do have to still network. You still have to have supporters. You still have to build a community. So, yeah. Find a way to forgive and let go. Water spirit, manifesting dreams. So it does feel like when it comes to business and networking, your dreams are coming into fruition. With water spirit coming through, it makes me feel like just go with the flow. All right. And I'm also feeling cleanse. Get into water as much as you can. I don't mean like wash like 50 times a day, but maybe splash some on your face. Put a little sweet water or Florida water on your forehead. Water is going to be very helpful for you when it comes to networking and business. If you have a business deal to do, a networking event to go to, put some sweet water on. Splash yourself with a little holy water. Whatever is a sacred symbol of water to you. Maybe pray over a bottle of water and drink it and imagine it as cleansing light going into your body. But it will assist you in manifesting your dreams, because that's what's happening for you right now. I feel like my pal force. All right. So what crystal will help you with friendships and bonding? Orange. Y'all gotta be kidding me. What are the odds that your pal is orange calcite, and in my shuffling, you get orange calcite? So this is confirmation. You need to have as much orange calcite around you, on you. Get some bracelets, some necklaces, some rings. It will do wonders for you. And in this orange calcite, I see 2 heads. It really does make me feel like it will give you a boost in bonding with people and having the energy to share with other people is what I'm hearing as well. Another power that I'm seeing for a lot as well. I want to look a little bit more at this orange calcite. I never got this card in this deck. I rarely use this deck, to be honest, unless I really, really need some earth magic guidance. Okay, so it says creativity, the pleasure of birthing something new, sensuality, and sexuality. I do feel that orange calcite will assist you in creating bonds with people who are creatives, people who will inspire you, people who you will inspire, people you will come together with to put something new out into the world. This marks that this is a fertile time for you, as you're very connected to the source, okay? And your ability to channel creativity and bring something new into fruition is exceptional right now. So really, really step into the role of artist and co-creator, because you're creative. You're creative. That's what you're going to call in. Your friendships and bonds that are going to be, I don't want to say prosperous, but that was the word that came to my head, but I meant to say that are going to really be cultivating for you as you are spiritually and personally developing yourself and growing are going to be ones where there's a creative connection, where you are working together on something that is fun, that involves imagination, fulfillment of purpose, and being a clear channel for the artistry of the conscious universe. So what you have to heal at this time, that orange calcite will also help you with, is see where it says find a way to forgive and detox your life. The no's that you might have heard in the past. When people said no to your potential, you say yes to yourself today, because your creative soul is urging you to let it express itself. So paint, draw, dance, sing, do some kind of art form that puts you in touch with your awesome inner artist, because it's going to help you remember how powerful the co-creator you are. So I feel like your friendships and bonds are really, really going to be creative ones. People that are being brought into your life at this time will be creatives. And I feel like this should be right over here. Orange calcite. All right. Let's see what else you need to know about friendships and bonds. My power fours. Aspen spirit, courage. Can't be afraid of the changes. I'm hearing new friends coming in, old friends going out, lifetime friends transforming with you. Have courage. The things that are changing around you have to change. There's some things that have been stale, just sitting in the same energy. Maybe friendships that have been long overdue, a rehaul or a cutoff. And then there's some that are growing with you that you have to remember, stay in contact. And there's also things that are just happening naturally as you evolve and elevate. Okay? Have courage. Know that everything is working itself out for your and everyone's best outcome. Yeah. All right. So let's take a look at the crystals that will attract money for you. You have the King of Swords. The Six of Cups. And Five of Swords. All right, so my power fours, when it comes to attracting money, I feel clear quartz, something like this, is very good for you. It brings you clarity and helps you to think of unique and creative ways to make money. I do see you being very, very, having to get very much in the pocket with what you will and will not accept. With this King of Swords energy here, it just makes me feel very serious. Like, I'm here now. I'm claiming this land. I'm at the mountaintop. And y'all not gonna knock me down. Like, the mountaintop is my throne. And it feels like with the sword, he's cutting through the dark. So you're going to get some clarity coming in. Maybe you're unsure of how to attract in your financial wealth, but I feel like clarity is coming. Six of Cups just feels very nostalgic. Maybe something from your childhood. It's a gift from your childhood being passed on to you now. When you were younger, you wanted to do this, or you did do this, or you could do this, and now you're being given it's time now to really do it. With the Five of Swords here, there is a fear or a worry in whatever this is. It feels like maybe you've had disappointments when it came to money, where you felt like, I did it, and then you got sworded in the back. There is a lot of competitive energy around you. People are competing with you. You don't even realize it because you're competing with yourself. But there is competitive energy around you when it comes to your money. There are people, I hate to have to give this news, that don't want to see you prosper. However, you see them 2 swords in your back, you're still alive. And they walking off and they still got 3 swords, meaning like they're willing to come back and hurt you again and hurt others to get what they want. So the line of work you're in, or however it is you manifest your money, it's like, it feels like a cutthroat business or environment where people can be very gossipy, talk behind people's backs, do things to disrupt someone's flow. Courts will be very protecting of you for that when it comes to your funds. And I do see the moon being important as well. Set your intentions and make your plans for money making under new popped in my head. I was going to say full, but new moons. And maybe get a symbol of a sword of some kind. I'm hearing Archangel Michael has your back when it comes to your finances. So anyone who tries to come and disrupt, it's like they won't get away with it, is what I'm hearing. Interesting. All right, let me get you a card for your attracting money. Eagle spirit, freedom. See things as the bigger picture. You know, rise above all the BS. You're very unique. You're about to soar financially and have financial freedom is what I'm hearing. And yes, there may be people who are concerned about that, people who might scramble to stop that or get in the way of that. But there's something in you since childhood that it's just going to make you an abundance of money. And there's nothing anyone can do. They could put swords in your back, but you have protection here. There's something with your money that is highly protected, and you will see soon, very soon, 5, 6, 13, 4, 40, 3, 46. It's like a lot of 4s and 3 energy and just synchronized things. Things are flowing, so don't disrupt. Keep on the same energy because you're about to reach financial freedom in some way, shape, or form. So don't worry when it comes to money. All right. Family and home. Black tourmaline and the symbol of the feather, which I actually have one sitting right here. Angel wings will help you when it comes to protecting your family and home. So the crystal of black tourmaline, and also cleansing. Maybe there's some kind of cleansing that needs to be done as a family unit. Maybe there's people who send your family hateful energy. Maybe you have a very powerful family. And people don't want to see, I just keep hearing people don't want to see the blow up. I don't know why. Your energy must be very, very, very powerful for people to not want to see it rise up. They see you as your whole family almost in a competitive energy and light. Tourmaline, everyone in your family should be carrying it. It will cleanse the vibration of any negative energy people might be sending your way. And you have Udialite, beauty and the season of autumn. Every pal got a season, I believe. Well, there's something very, very calm and beautiful about your family when you guys can come together is what I'm hearing. Autumn. There's a big change happening though in the family. Maybe some people are growing. Spiritually, I'm hearing spiritual transformation happening. I do see emotional outpourings where people are releasing certain feelings that they've had. Just a big transformation or change or shift of energy. And it's going to be giving way to some beautiful vibrations, okay? So any changes and shifts your family is going through at this time, just know it's going to give way to a beautiful outcome. I do also see you guys spending time out in beauty. I saw by lakes, by ponds, maybe a family reunion as well. I know another pal had that, but I'm feeling that for this too. And I'm also hearing spiritual work you may have to do as a family unit. And you also have foggy bog, patience. So there's some things still happening behind the scenes when it comes to your family and home. Things are changing and you have to be patient. Right now it seems foggy. You can't see the way forward or the way behind you. Just stay still. Just wait. Everything will come together. Okay? Yeah, your family's like at a standstill energetically. I guess people are going through their individual transformations. All right. What crystal will help you attract love and romance? Archangel Anel, I don't know if I said that right. Anel and pink calcite. Acceptance. And this is Crystal Angels 444. Another pile of fours. I can't remember which other pile was 4 in it, but yeah. 4 is going to be very important for you. And 3 is back. 3, 4, 4, 4, 4, 3, 46. 6 of Cups. Another 4 card. 13. It's just, and this is a 6 card, black tourmaline. So like 3, 6, 4s, those, with 46. It just feels like a lot of energy behind building stability at this time and celebrating friendships and collaborations. Okay. So let me get you your card for acceptance and the crystal pink calcite, which will help you in attracting love and romance into your life. Okay, it says, we bring you the gift of acceptance. Rather than encouraging a situation to remain the same, the gift of acceptance empowers you to move through an experience, uncovering the opportunity for personal growth and spiritual development that may be at first hidden behind a challenging set of circumstances. Wow, interesting. Resistance prevents you from being able to see the truth and grow through the opportunities that life brings to you. Acceptance is necessary for you to be present rather than in resistance. When you are present, you can see what is happening more realistically, and you become able to respond to it with awareness. Then you shall grow and obtain more power and wisdom through that process, whilst you also become capable of receiving the divine assistance that will come to help you through any difficulty. Even if a situation seems challenging, your acceptance is the key to transforming it. It brings relief to your heart. It empowers you to take the step forward on your spiritual path that life is presenting to you. Through that step, new opportunities will arise. When you trust that no matter what appears to be, it is safe to trust that life is supporting you to manifest your divine potential. Acceptance becomes easier, it feels more natural and more joyful. So there's something in your love life right now you have to just accept. Maybe you want to fight for what it is that you want. Maybe you want to give up on what it is that you want. But this is letting you know you will need courage and determination to walk the path that you're meant to walk when it comes to love. So you just have to trust. And you can't put your energy into fighting every situation. This situation is trying to help you. It's actually trying to show you where you need to grow. So instead of fighting it, accept whatever situation you are in at this time romantically. Because in the long term of things, what is happening to you is serving you lovingly to fulfill your divine destiny. So they want you to understand how a current relationship is helping you. All right. Maybe it's been a struggle to get with someone, a struggle to join forces with somebody. Whatever the struggle is, they want you to know that when you accept it and you start to see the benefit of it in your life, it will shift and become easier. And your love card says, Wizard of the Woods, focus. You're a magician. Focus on what you want, and it's going to come in. As long as you stay focused on what it is you want, anything else is just a mere distraction. You can change and shift the energy. Wow. Okay. So the crystal that'll help you boost your energy when you're feeling drained is rose quartz. This is pink. Sometimes they call it rose quartz. And this is the children's stone. So I do feel like when you're feeling low or drained in energy, children and playing with children and hanging with children and doing childlike things gives you an actual energy boost rather than drains you. Rose quartz is the ideal stone for children as it is a versatile master healer whose energy children are easily drawn to. It is said to be powerful in aiding maturing teenage girls in the struggles that accompany these emotional transitional years. A common fertility charm, it is also believed to enrich and deepen the connection between lovers. And other crystal that will help you with physical healing, peridot. I thought I used to have this crystal. It's green. I think I had it in a bracelet and the bracelet broke. Anyway, this is the study stone. Peridot is the ideal stone for those wanting to learn a new skill. Revered for its ability to focus energy, this stone is popular among scholars and students alike. It is also said to slow the physical effects of aging on the body and help reduce fevers. Y'all heard that? It slows the physical effects of aging on the body? I need to get me some peridot. Okay. Let's stop being silly. All right. Lastly, let me get you your advice. Beautiful card. So your advice moving forward next 3 to 4 days, what you need to know. Do not discount your imagination, for it has great power. Power 4. Amazing things will unfold for you if you pay attention to your imagination. Respect and honor it, for just below the surface of this seemingly real world, there exists a dreamlike world full of imagination. What you imagine is not fiction. Very often, it can be the beginning of a wonderful new creation. So don't just dismiss the things you imagine. They may be epiphanies. They could be intuitive hits of things that you can create and manifest, especially with this orange calcite saying your friendships are meant to be creative ones. So you are a creative artist, and that is what you need to be doing. I feel like that's where your money will come in as well, through these creative bonds and collaborations. And on that note, my pal, my entire light tribe, I'm sending y'all so much light and love. Thank you for being here for this reading today. This crystal energy reading was much needed. I didn't know how much, but now I see. I love you all. I want to send y'all so much light and love. Just give me a thumbs up though first. If this resonated. Subscribe to the channel. If you're new here, please help support the channel. I accept donations. They're not mandatory, but they are received in gratitude, because it does continue to help me to buy cards, to buy crystals, to buy the things that I need in order to offer these free services to you guys. Please subscribe if you're new here. I can't repeat that enough. Please subscribe if you're new here. Share the videos. Read the description. It will tell you other ways that we can work together, especially if you're here. Maybe you need to network with me. Never know. Anyway, on that note, peace, blessings, and all that good stuff that comes from being a part of my tribe. Later, y'all.